Oh my goodness. I've had your audio not coming through stream this entire time. Good job. I've been talking to myself. What a skill issue.
Oh my gosh, pain is not an emotion.
All right, let's go ahead and reintroduce this really quickly. This is April Madness. Welcome back, everybody. Uh,
Oh my goodness.
over 7 weeks, community votes on cards, and after that, there will be one champion and one common crowned. And so this is a spreadsheet that Beans and I have been working on, or this is our bracket that we've been working on. So we're on to week 5 here. Maybe we'll even finish it out this week. We've been going slowly, but this is different than the community bracket that everyone has been voting on Discord. So you can even head there now and vote on week 5. We have the Elite Eight up for vote. It's an important vote. But so yeah, that one's different from our bracket, and we will compare that later.
And just so you know, I'm gonna put myself on mute for the rest of this. So it's yeah.
I
No,
haven't
no,
fucked
I
that
will
up
tell the
before.
people. I'll tell the people again, which I was muted rudely the first time by this supposedly host of this
But by
stream,
this
but
professional streamer.
that I will not be silenced. And this is the vote of the council. We are determining what is correct, what is best, and so far we've done a pretty good job.
Yeah,
The
I
council is pleased with our efforts.
yeah, the council I do not I think is gonna be less pleased with the community's effort just because I don't know. It seems like there's been some missteps we were just saying, but we'll have
Yeah.
to see. We'll have to see
As a
when we
result,
compare.
the council is introducing some severe punishments to the
I thought
community.
the council did the only thing I think I remember is that I think it was like Thea instead of Albus, or like Albus wasn't in there. I don't know. It's just like, how does Albus not come out of
Hellforge,
this?
Hellforge wasn't going
The
was
Hellforge
voted out
came before
immediately.
Cassia. Cassia's good. She's fucking boring. Like what? Yeah.
I know, and the pizza oven.
I think
By
I
the way,
think you were. Yeah. Go ahead.
when we say the council, we're not talking about the Eternal Council. Okay,
Well, we
that's a
are
whole
talking
different.
about the Eternal Council, but a
I mean,
different
a little
Eternal
bit,
Council.
but we've been given our thoughts, but we are not, influenced by their bias,
I am,
Eternal Council
but
bias.
it's fine.
Ben's been compromised.
It's fine. I get paid a lot anyway.
All right, you want to get into it?
Let's do it. First one, we got Titus versus Anki Sparks.
Wow,
Tell me about these cards.
this is a good matchup. I mean, these are all going to be good matchups as we have whittled it down to 8 here, but Titus and Uncle Sparks. Titus is cool. He has a gigantic sword.
That's true.
He is a little bit of a copy of a common, which, is something we've talked about not loving. But because he
Common from a different
has
deck.
2 extra damage. Hmm?
Common from a different deck, though.
Coming from a different deck, and his ability is used a lot differently because of the summoner in this deck versus the other deck. Right? You can easily force stuff with his greater engage versus you can't really do that forcibly with the Vanguard and the Citadel Knight. I
Mm-hmm.
think he's cool. I know a lot of people don't, and just the 6 cost makes him a lot harder to summon than a 5 cost thing, such as Uncle Sparks, who is a crazy guy. He's got a little pot belly and spider legs, like Darth Maul in the Clone Wars at some point in time.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's cool. Everyone likes Uncle Sparks because you can upgrade him and make him a towering destruction that can move 3 a turn and all this stuff. And I like Uncle Sparks too. I like him a lot.
Yeah, and unlike Titus, like he actually gets played and has like a very important role in the deck of just like you can reclaim him because he's a structure with your scavengers and you get your wrench stuffs back. Like he's super critical to the deck. Titus I like in theory, but like, what are you protecting? I mean, we've had this discussion, but what are you protecting in that deck? Like, it's cool when you like pin stuff with Valeria and Titus, but I never play him, so that doesn't happen to me. So,
Rude. Just rude. You're just slandering a fellow long hair.
it's fair. It's fair. Might be
No,
jealous a little
I'm
bit.
fine. I'm fine with voting for Uncle Sparks here. I think he's
All right.
definitely
All right.
the more interesting of them two.
No, no, yeah. I like Titus. Like in theory, Titus with Cassia
You
is
just
very
copied
cool.
Titus, so good job.
In theory. All right, all right. Next up, Devura versus Blub. You may have noticed that Beans and I have a tilt towards OD, and I bear no shame for that.
I bear no shame for that too. OD is like the most fun deck. And also just like look back at the matchups. Where were we wrong? Because I don't think we were.
Well, and also like I'm thinking about it more like aggro decks are to me they're usually fun, but not the sort of thing that I want to play over and over again because they do some of them feel a little bit samey. Like Cave Goblins, tons of fun, but like I it feels to me like pretty easy to play and like you're kind of just doing the same strategy every time. Wayfarer is like similar except it's like a bit more complicated interactions. But like I don't know, Obsidian Dwarves really it feels like a much more complicated strategy dynamics. Like it's just a very interesting take on an aggressive deck. It's a lot more fun for me personally.
Well, yeah, because you need to be involved to really do anything. And so it just makes it such, and their limitations are that they are like not super easy to protect themselves. Like Wayfarers, you can do a lot of stuff to protect yourself, slip by and Boldo and things like that. Versus OD, you just gotta kind of, know what you're doing and take a risk, basically.
Yeah, and the whole like balls are zone like it's
Yeah.
just like this whole interesting dynamic. Yeah, Blub's
And
cool.
it it's
Devura's cooler.
it's cool to just be like, yeah, you're gonna hit me, but do you want to? Because I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah. I think Devura is very similar to Sparks as just like the critical champ to the deck. Like this champ plays a very important role in the deck. The deck would be sorely lacking without it.
Yeah. I think Devura, I mean, we've talked about it before, but everything that OD does that is like insane, Devura amps that up to 11, right? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing that you want is to get boost on Balzar and attack, and she makes it so that you can attack twice in a turn, get boost twice in a turn potentially. Like it's all there. Plus, it's part of the risk too of like, but you might not be able to because it's all based on her getting boost because of Balzar getting boost, and so it is that push and pull that's like crucial to the deck.
yeah, yeah.
Whereas Blub seems a lot more, you know, contained or like I don't know, contained if it's not the right word, but predictable, and you're gonna summon him probably 3 times or whatever, and he's gonna be strong, but his strength isn't as intriguing or interesting or like, novel as Devura's.
Yeah. Hagrada makes a point in chat. Blub is so happy to be summoned. Just look at him. And that is a fair point.
I always felt like with the art with Blub that he was being like, like in Harry Potter where they are in the Devil's Snare. I feel like that's what's happening to him.
Devil's Snare hates Sunlight. That's it.
Come on,
Good thing we didn't panic.
Yeah.
Good thing Hermione paid attention in her biology class. All right. We're going with Devura after that. We
Not
did it.
Blub, not Targan. Yo. All right, moving on.
Monstro and Helma.
Interesting. This is a matchup I would not have pegged as two Elite Eights going into it, but they're here and they're deserving, I think. I mean, obviously they're deserving. The council has decreed that they're here,
Monstro's
but they
better.
are some
Can we move
cool,
on?
both kind of animalistic. Monstro is probably where I would end up as well, but I think Helma is cool
That was really cool.
and novel as we've talked about. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
probably with you. Monstro is it's a whole new summoner, right? Like it's basically what it is.
Yeah. The Vexer, when I was talking with Vexer, I was like, Monstro's so good. And he was like, yeah, but he doesn't have any abilities, so he's kind of trash. And I was like, what? He attacked for 5. Or no,
Yeah,
I was talking with Vexer, and I was like, he was like, yeah, if Monstro didn't have final form, he would be 7 cost. And I was like, are you crazy? A 513 for 7?
7 cost? No. Like look at like I think it's elite 8. You could say compare it to like Torridon, who has 2 less attack and 1 less health and is 8 cost, but obviously has a much better ability.
Has 2 good abilities. Yeah, the thing that gets me is that like I could see 7 maybe for a 413, but like if you have a high attack, the health really like an attack above 4 even, the health really needs to scale down because you're getting like several turns of value out of that.
Yeah.
I do not see Monster costing 7 without final form.
It's totally like it's fair in the deck. Like you could say it's overpowered just looking at the stats, but it's fair in the deck because it doesn't have an ability, because it doesn't have extra movement or anything that benefits
Yeah,
from boost or
which
anything
kind of
like that.
like is counter to that. If it like I would have if I was designing fungal dwarves, I would have considered a design for Monstro where it was infect except you made a beast.
No,
And
that's way too strong.
well, and like I mean like you scale down stuff to like accommodate that. It would probably be stupid, but like I mean it would like make sense in like the chain of things. Um,
I just think it's cool in that its very existence forces the game to be played differently because anytime there's 5 boost on a beast, it's like 4 alarm fire for the opponent to kill it.
yeah,
And you have to think, how can I protect this? And do I even have this or am I bluffing? Like all this kind of stuff.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's Monstro. Monstro's cool. Evolving things, as we've learned from Pokemon, it's very addictive and fun.
Triggertron says Monstro looks like he really just wants to chase a tennis ball. What a good boy. I agree. Good
He
boy.
does. He is not the good boy, though. Torridon is the good boy.
We shall go with Monstro. Helma's cool though, and plays a very interesting role in the deck of um, like a way to actually move structures around that are immobile. So
Yeah. Cool art,
cool.
too. Very cool art.
Gotta
Why does it have
says
a scorpion tail? We have to know.
Gotta says wins the award for the most teeth. Gotta agree. It's pretty
Doesn't.
scary. Pretty scary
Doesn't.
looking. I think
I
those
wouldn't
count as
even call
teeth.
those teeth.
Well, you are bigoted. I don't really know what else to say.
Also, look at Torridon's teeth.
I don't want to.
Pull it
Moving
up.
on.
He's a good boy.
Are we comparing good boy? All right, let's. Who is the goodest boy? It's time. Let me hear your reasons.
Look at his teeth.
Look at the little slobber too. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that is kind of a good boy. All right, we're doing a new poll for chat. Let's see.
Yeah.
Goodest boy.
You could throw, I don't know, Midi Kairu, probably not. He's more of a man than a boy.
Let's do it. I gotta do 1v1. Well, I do. I don't know. Monstro's got the. I don't know. Like Monstro, like catch the tennis ball in the little cave.
In the cave,
Yeah, you like jump up. It's like he scored a goal.
that's a human vertebrae or a dwarf vertebrae.
Tortugatron says, speaking of good boy, did I see Fire Drake up next? Let's see. You sure did. It's Fire Drake versus Varn.
Tortugatron providing us our segues, keeping us on track.
This is always, it's just like you could predict the outcome of this tournament with like, all right, Like they like obsidian dwarves, and then Beans likes Mountain Vargath, and Ben likes fungal dwarves. Like you can just sort of predict everything.
I don't think so.
Varn's
Go
stupid.
back to the matchups and tell us where we're wrong, because I think we're right in all these.
The council has spoken. All right,
All right,
Fire
we got
Drake
a good boy
and
here.
Varn. Yeah, we do have a good boy.
Fire Drake is very cool and powerful when he's summoned. Gets to be summoned adjacent to the summoner, which is just such a cool thing.
All right, let me see if I
And
could do it for you. But Varn is everything that Mountain Vargath do and more. With synergy, and they really do what the deck means to do. And I have Squidward. Did I get it? He left the chat. Did I do it? Did I pitch him?
wow, it sounds like you want Varn to go through.
Maybe I do. I mean, Fire Drake's cool, but like it is as far as like 8 Magic champs for the Master set, especially, it's kind of just like when you're getting an 8 Magic champ, you kind of want something like wild, and it is just like yeah, Fire Breath doesn't really come into play that much. So,
Yeah,
and
it
there's even
doesn't
a
have any kind
non-bow
of
with
auto
Moldaria's new
damage.
ability now. And it's a
Yeah,
Drake and it doesn't fly. Like I mean, I get that it like I get that you probably don't want to with flight in Moldaria's deck. That might be busto, but like
yeah, yeah. I think that's a missed opportunity as well.
it's cool.
Like
Yeah,
make it a
wouldn't it be
lizard or
like
something rather than a dragon.
how about like flight and trample? Wouldn't that have been like cool? Like just it has flight and trample. I mean, Protector is a very cool ability. I guess it has that.
Flight and trample, you're just pitching toward it.
It's better than Torridon.
That's the exact same ability as Torden. Three
It is
movement
not.
and trample.
It can move through champions and summoners, while Torridon cannot.
Okay, but then okay, are you trampling those things?
No, you're flying over them because you're a fucking Drake.
All right, in practice, it's like almost essentially the same thing.
So Tugatron said he would fly, but he's too constipated at the moment.
Yeah, he's definitely clenching something.
It's possible.
He's like standing perfectly straight too.
Let's see who won Goodest Boy.
I think if it were like a fire
Only one
salamander,
person
it would be
voted.
cool.
What is going on? All right, well Torridon won Goodest Boy.
Woo!
Just gotta put that out there. What about a salamander?
Well, since it can't fly, I feel like they could have made it like a fire salamander or a fire like Komodo dragon type of thing, versus one that literally has wings but then has no use of them.
I mean, some birds have wings but can't use it. Tugatron says fire turtle.
Yeah, fire turtle would be cool. Fire shield, and that is exactly what this deck is.
All right, well Varn bugs me because I'm bad at him and I always just like get him killed. But whatever, we can do Varn. Varn's kind of cool, I guess.
Varn is very
Var-
cool, and he's very
Varn's like
powerful in a
Dagger
way you
of like
can't
you're
tell.
just like this feels OP, but also it feels good because OP things are feel good. That's where I am
He's
with Varn.
not OP. He's good
Yeah.
because you're good at the deck,
Hell Forge
whereas
versus
Dagger
Albus.
alone does his thing.
Let me hear. This is a bit of a tough one. I mean, you and me just love Obsidian Dwarves too much. I think it's
Maybe, but I'm inclined to go Hellforge here. Such a novel champion. Can't doesn't do anything on its own, which is interesting and cool. In like amazing art that we all love and don't think is goofy. But Albus, I think, is probably more fun to use. Also, these are both 3 cost. How cool is that?
look at that. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Albus is really really fun. Basically just like a anti Mind Witch, like and Mind Witches are so much fun to play with, but just being like, nope. And I still feel like I'm learning like ways in which his ability like canceling something is good. Like it's a new
Yeah.
thing almost every matchup.
Yeah, yeah. It's fun. It's fun to have a few of those like learn type interactions in the game of just like things that'll just very wildly match up to match up.
Yeah, I think that's fun. I
Uh,
I I would I'm going good going with Albus here. I think he's a stronger champ. The
you would
Hellforge
go
made
with
a good run.
Albus? Really? No, I'd fight you. I don't know.
Really?
I'm kind of mid on. I'm kind of like lukewarm on Albus. Albus is cool. I don't know. And like the Hellforged. I think what in Magnifico's recent podcast, and granted, like no one's necessarily the see all end all of a faction. What be all? Anyways, but he said that the Hellforged off like it feels really good, and he played it a lot when he first started playing Obsidian Dwarves. But actually, it's often a little bit counter to their game plan of that like it's great value, which like makes you happy, but a lot of times that three magic like could even set you behind too much for the Obsidian Dwarves, which I thought was interesting that
I
it feels like he plays it the least out of the three.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too because that is just very much not my experience. I play it almost every game, I think.
Really fascinating.
Yeah.
That's definitely not my experience.
I think just knowing playing against him, I think I play commons like just I utilize commons more than he does and he goes more just straight summoner attacking. And so having all the commons buffed or potentially buffed is huge.
It's tough though to like get him in the right spot in the arena. Also, you have to have drawn some axes and like you know. I was surprised to hear that
And
from Magnifico too, though.
yeah, I thought for sure the my least played is Volcor.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, it's hard because the three magic champ is just so easy to get out, but
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Well, you want to fight me? I mean, I love the Hellforge, so I'm not gonna put up a huge resistance here.
Yeah, let's fight. Let's do it.
Okay,
Facts and
whoever
logic.
can win in a foot race will win this, Albus or the Hellforge.
All right, let's do
No, we'll put Hellforge in. I'm good with
it.
it.
I wanted to fight Beans. What the hell?
No,
Tortugatron says, Albus, you serve me vegan pizza if you would allow me to eat at all. Fair.
yeah.
No pizza
Meanwhile,
coming
the
from Albus.
Hellforge is meat lovers only.
All right, and for that, we shall the Hellforce to advance. I mean, like I'm with you. It's tough, and maybe I don't know. I don't like high elves. They kind of they're kind of evil. Shonk versus
Okay.
Holius.
Oh boy.
Let's hear it.
Shonk, shonk, shonk.
Shonk, Shonk, Shonk.
He is a Pokemon.
Is
He
Pokemon.
is massive,
Shonk's gonna
and
win this fucking tournament.
I mean, I wouldn't hate
I
that.
mean,
You get to roll 8 dice in Shonk in person is like even more ridiculous than Shonk online. Shonk, when you pick up all 8 dice, you gotta grab them from the other person's side too, and then roll them all at once and like literally physically count all of the squiggles. It's so much fun. You like count them all and
I
you're like, two.
man, you make me want to play more in person. So many worse, but sometimes you see more than two. Sometimes
I know. I haven't played in person in so long. It's been so many years.
Gen Con, we'll do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat you.
We don't live that far from each other. Like we could make this happen, like a weekend or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
We're not going to. But
It'll happen sometime.
yeah, I'm not gonna really defend Holias here. Shonk is the OG. Holias is cool. I don't know why Finesse is not part of this, but whatever. Um,
Vanessa was part of it, and we already determined it.
I recall
I
getting
also,
conned.
I just really feel like your playstyle would be more Holias than Vanessa, and you said you play Vanessa way more.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like finesse is like easier. Like I feel like I sort of tend towards like the path of least resistance value wise. Like which is why like I've been trying to play cloaks more recently, and I am starting to get frustrated just because like doing final form blocks is so easy that like it's just like I just feel so stupid if I'm not gonna go for it, or like it's just like well I could just do this and then it's like an easy way to get a ton of value, or I could like make it way harder on myself and more fun. But like Vanessa is just like a big bucket of value. Like Vanessa is the Shank of Phoenix Elves, basically, just like a champ that just has a lot of health that'll like just hopefully by the time she's dead, the battlefield's swung back in your favor.
Isn't like one of your favorite champions in all of Summoner Wars Targan, whose ability is like almost the same as Holias's?
Holy yes, well, okay. I mean, one, you got me. Two, yeah, maybe I should play Holias more. I don't know. Frost Shamans are great. Target having Fire Shot, like, I mean, does set a different dynamic of like suddenly you can retreat and whatnot. Well, Holias is more just like, all right, now I just gotta like have all my units positioned around Holias, but I'm still being aggressive. I think I'm more aggressive with Phoenix Elves than lots of people
Yeah,
are.
Farshot really is so good too. It's like this,
Holia,
but the thing
yeah.
is like this allows you to be like comparing it to Targan. Targan lets you be more like defensive and passive, and Holias allows you to be more aggressive because you can summon off of her, like than normally
Yeah,
Phoenix Elves would
therefore
be.
Targan is better. Did we kill Targan? Is Targan still in here? Do I have to be mad?
No, Targan was to the left.
What did you do to Targan? Where did Targan go?
Me, this was the council. It's to the
Where did
left.
Targan go? No, we did Deverash.
Vera.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I've considered changing my profile pic to Targan. I love Targan.
All right, we're doing Shonk here.
Yeah.
Shonk, Shonk.
Chonk chonk. Baldo and Katu. That's interesting. I feel like if there's anyone that's gonna vote Katu over Baldo, it's me. So persuade.
Honestly, I mean, Boldo is so powerful. He's not my favorite.
Wow, this would be a massive upset if we do this. Holy shit! Like they're gonna come down on us.
I mean, it's the
People will
Eternal
not be
Council who's
happy.
bankrolling us, so got to get their guy through to the Final Four.
Baldo's cool. I don't. What do you think? Okay, this is like a different discussion. What like? So I was sort of ranting in the Discord about how I don't like um must play champs, and I was like yeah, I'll concede that like it's not like always the bad design or like there can be a reason for it to have a must play champ in the deck, but like the burden should be on the must play champ to prove why it needs to be better than the other two champs in a deck. And then Kaloon came out and was like, oh, but like if Baldo just really needs to be so good in this deck to just give the Wayfarers the pushing potential that without Baldo they just like lose. Like they just be a lot worse. They would lose a lot of their potential to just get in there real fast. And so that was his defense of why Baldo needs to be so good. Are you persuaded?
I mean, not really, but also I disagree that he's a must-play champ. Like, I love playing Wayfarers. They're probably one of my top three factions, and I will play Tess rather than Boldo every time. I just
I
think it
mean,
allows you to
you
do a
can't
lot
get
more crazy cool stuff.
you get both out even. But
You can, but like if I had the choice of five magic, which I like in your first hand, if you get both of them, which it's happened to me a couple times, and you're discarding up to five, like you got to choose one, and I'll choose Tess over Boldo.
yeah, I feel like this gets back to like the path of least resistance thing. Like S, you have to be really clever to like. I mean, maybe you've gotten good at it, but for me, like Like I don't know, it's difficult to find like cool plays with her. Well, Baldo was just obviously really good all the time.
Yeah, and I agree with you. But I think when things are clever, you like there's like more dopamine that comes out from using them in a clever way. I don't know. I mean, I think Boldo is clearly the better champion in terms of power. Katu is really powerful too, and like rewards a certain play style and aggression from the Eternal Council, which I think is cool and a different like strategy than is anywhere present in any other champion.
Yeah, both Tortugatron and Hagrada are gonna be mad at us if we choose Katu. But like I'm sort of with you. I don't know. Katu's more interesting. Like Baldo is better. Baldo is played more often. Katu is like more unique. More cool factor. I don't know. Kind of sick of Baldo. Sick of his little face. And
Do
yes,
we
I get
support
it.
the
He's
long hair?
sexy. All right. I get it.
Yeah, he's sexy. He did not need a six pack, but he got one. You know what? Bakatu, underneath those robes, he's pretty fit.
You would
You
know.
haven't seen it. Yeah, we would know. The chat hasn't seen it, but we've seen it. We've shared a gym bathroom with Dominus Katu.
All right, moving on. We're going Katsu. We're doing it.
Woo!
Tess and Conqueso.
Katu! Here we go. Tess.
All right, go. What do whatever you want. Like go talk up a storm.
Tess is so fun. How can you dislike Tess at all?
I've played her like twice. It
Yeah,
didn't work
and
both times.
that's on you, my man.
How do you? Okay, name like give me like some like easy test like I play Tess. What are some like go to easy test plays that'll like make me a happy boy?
Okay, you move up two with Tess and switch with a 10 health gate.
And then
Easy.
she doesn't attack that turn because she's in like an awkward position. It's going to take like four more moves to get somewhere useful again.
That's fine. Also, most of the time, enemy is like blocking your gate because you're wayfarers and they're trying to stop you. So she's got something to hit at that point. Plus, it doesn't
Tortuga.
matter. The next turn, you've got a bunch of stuff coming out of that forward 10 health gate, which is what you want as a wayfarer. Then you got stuff that's in the second or the enemy's half. So Celeste is stronger.
All right, so you've given me one play. Swap with 10 health gate. Give me some others.
If you have an astral waypoint, you can you move with her, swap with the waypoint, then have another thing swap with that waypoint too. So you can go super far.
Uh-huh. That's hot.
You
That's hot.
can really hot. You can move your gates around, put a gate in, it soaks up some hits, then move it into safety because the enemies are now attacking your gates rather than attacking your units. Especially that 10 health has a lot of health, right? There's just a lot of stuff you could do with her, which is really strong. And not to mention blocking things like putting a gate in front of Celeste, things like that while she's way up there. It's good stuff. Your enemy has to constantly be on their toes because you could have a gate on the right side of the board. Now it's on the left side of the board. All this shit.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So those are good
You
points.
saw it.
Tortugatron
One of our
says
first games.
we need a rat faction. We don't need a test faction. It's true.
We needed a
It's
test
true.
faction so bad that they made one.
Tortugatron says Tess used to be named Mala. Why did she change her name? I don't think she's trustworthy. Also true. Can you speak to that?
Wow. I didn't realize we were questioning people on their past here.
This is
You're
like a
allowed to
dating
have
show.
you're allowed to have a shady past in the Summoner Wars world, okay? Who knows what Tess was doing before? All I know is that she's got daggers made of gems.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Con Queso has been named Con Queso for over a decade.
Con queso, named after some cheese.
Breaking the fourth wall there, Colby. What the hell?
Con queso
Con Queso is
is
cool. Yeah.
he's cool, he's funny, but he's also bad.
Fuck
He
you.
damages himself.
Take that back. No, he doesn't. You're stupid.
Other things damage themselves. Why can't it be enemy units? Anything that moves with plague, it could like damage your own summoner.
If you're bad, have you played with Con Queso?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
Like, just don't move next to your own units.
Yeah, plus on the app you can't undo any movements with him, which is annoying.
You're just bad. That's what I would determine. All right, if this was my list, I might go Queso, but I'm not gonna fight for it because like Queso. I mean, yeah, I don't play that much deck building, so whatever.
This is neither of our lists. This is the council has determined.
Council has determined that Tess shall move forward because Beans is weird or something.
We love Tess.
All right.
All right.
Do we
Do you
want
know how
to
this
finish? Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, we can finish. Do you know how to like how to move the stuff into? They want you
Move what?
to
Oh,
so what they want you to do is to for the
yeah,
format, put
yeah,
it down here.
yeah.
Bring it up with Tort.
Yeah. I don't know. Tort's making me do all this extra work. I don't know. All right. So our elite eight. Name them off, Beans. What do we got here?
We've got Uncle Sparks, Daver, Monstrosity, Farn, The Hell Forge, Shonk, Dominus Katu, and Tess.
That's
All
very
right.
musical. Thank you.
I thought we were on the Elite Eight before. I guess I was just not doing math.
Were we not? What did we? One, two, three. Oh yeah, no, that's clearly
No,
16. Wow, we're just
yeah,
dumb.
we're dumb. All right. Well, we're on it now.
It took that whole 45 minutes. Neither of us decided
We
to learn
clearly
how to
went through
count.
16 things, but
It's fine.
All
Wouldn't
right.
worry about it.
Let's fly
Sparks
through
and
this.
Devura. Yeah, so these two are yeah, a good competition because like I said, like they both fill a very critical role in the deck. I don't know what we're gonna have to do to turn like we could go off of like how critical in that deck, like what is the interesting design in itself. Like I don't know, this it's gonna be tough. These elite eight are gonna be the hardest.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard. I just looking at it, there's I like almost all of these are just awesome, right? And like I could see like if you told me before, like, hey, is Varn gonna win? I'd say yeah, it could. Like, is Shank gonna win? Is Tess gonna win? Is Telford, Uncle Sparks, Dever, Munstro? Like, I could see any of these coming out of it, except for maybe Katu. That's my bias coming in.
Kachi's gonna beat Tess. We're gonna fight.
Katu has seniority over everyone here, so except for maybe the Hellforge.
Yeah, these are all good. Who's gonna? I don't know who's like. I
All right,
gotta tell you, Dever is cool, but I don't really think she deserves to win it all. Like, I don't know. It's just not quite. Whatever wins it all needs to be something pretty freaking unique. I don't know.
unique I think is good. I think unique playing into the deck's identity, which I think all of these, honestly, just looking at them, all of them do. But like, yeah, I think unique, I think powerful, and like great art. All of those have to be a thing.
Unique power. All right, so we'll bring art into it. So I can just take off Hellforge. Yeah. I'll just do that.
Absolutely not. All right, pull up Sparks, pull up Tavura.
All right. What do you think? How are we gonna make this decision?
If we're going off of those criteria,
Yeah.
uniqueness, I think goes to Sparks. There are other structure champs, but none that can be upgraded like he can. He was
Yeah.
very novel at the time. Obviously, the Forge can do things with modular and all that kind of stuff, but his is very strong and feels very like crucial to the deck.
Yeah.
Art, I think, goes to Sparks as well.
I'm still with you. Uncle Sparks
Power
is
in terms of
family, says Sagrada. Sorry, continue.
Vin Diesel is proud of
Which
that.
one cuddles better?
I
Mom gets
mean,
pissed he drinks
Vera
at
doesn't have
Christmas.
robot legs.
Sorry, I'm listening, I promise.
Tavura definitely cuddles better, I will say. Um, I think in
So
terms of
someone
power,
clip that. Someone press the clip button right the fuck now. I want that clip pasted everywhere on the server.
I mean, do you disagree?
I,
Do you
you know,
disagree?
I'm trying to think of a way to disagree and failing, unfortunately.
And she's warm.
Maybe if you yourself were part robot, like,
Maybe if I was fine with dealing with spider legs as part of my cuddle,
all right, you were
then yeah, I'd be okay.
so we said art goes to Sparks and uniqueness goes to Sparks. What else are you gonna say?
Power, I think if we're saying like them themselves, it's Sparks, but you have to factor in Devura makes the balls are crazy powerful. And so I think power goes to Devura. And
Yeah,
then
I think so. I think like Sparks is more of a general tool for the deck. Like Devura is sort of like a Sparks is more of an all-purpose tool, while Devura is just like a fucking power drill that you take out when you want to finish the job. Uncle Sparks has like a lot of utility as like can be reclaimed, can get stuff back. You can upgrade him to be like sort of a mini summoner. Like a lot of cool mini uses.
but he's more of a solo thing, which I think is what you're saying, right? He's doing his own thing. Not that it's outside the deck, but like, he doesn't need to synergize with anyone. He can just do his own power.
Remember when Uncle Sparks bought you nunchucks for your birthday? Dad kicked him out and confiscated them. Still a cool B day.
Yeah, Uncle Sparks would give the kid from A Christmas Story the BB gun. I
Um,
think I'm good with going with Uncle Sparks here. I think Tavura is great, but Uncle Sparks is something that you know, we're not used to seeing and haven't seen really since.
yeah, I think especially like now that we've gotten to like we've kicked out all the champs that are just kind of like bleh, like we do starting to factor in like theme and art as well. And that will
Yeah.
start start carrying a bit more weight because all of these champs are proven that they're mechanic wise they're cool in some way. Like they've all got that going, so we need to start bringing out some other things.
Yeah.
I think I'm
And
with you. It's a really tough decision though. Yeah,
I do think Tavura's art is, you know, it could be
bad.
better, whereas Sparks's art is really cool.
He's Uncle
It's
Sparks.
not bad. I'm glad we got a female dwarf in here,
Are there?
and she does look
There's
really
more female
powerful.
dwarves in this deck, right? Guard's
I
female.
guess in that
Anyway,
regard. I think so.
Sparks it is.
Sparks it up.
Monstro and Varn. You and me are gonna disagree.
Yeah, we probably are. All right, we've got to go through those categories again. Okay.
Varn's two axes look different. I never would have noticed, but my OCD is fucking triggered right now. Why are they
And
different axes?
I think that fits into the theme of these Vargath. They're not the city Vargath. They're not from a rich and
But like, look at how
well-backed.
like like this looks like some pretty fucking rich garments. Like I don't know, like this he's pretty well dressed for a goat.
He's wearing a battle tunic. It's not like he's wearing robes like the high elves. He had to make these axes out of the mountain, is my headcanon.
Stupid,
And
stupid and
so,
dumb.
no. Okay. I think that's a point in his favor also. If they were the same axe, it would be more boring, wouldn't it?
All right, let's go through the categories. Whatever, whatever.
Okay, categories. I already forgot what they were. Okay, uniqueness. Monstro, I think, wins that. It's very unique, very a powerful thing that evolves from something else and is low cost, but two separate costs. I think that is the, the thing.
I will note that Varn is pretty high up there too. Like, how many champs are there that have like a once per turn during your turn abilities? There's not that many, and of them, this is a pretty unique ability. Like any once per turn during your turn champ is pretty unique in itself. I mean, unless it's something
Yeah,
like kind of boring and simple, but Bard is not boring and
yeah.
simple. Like, so I
I'm
Bard's
with
pretty
you.
high
And
up on the
also,
unique scale as well.
I think also part of that is like, when we're doing these previews and stuff, which I know you don't like follow along with as much because you want to keep yourself relatively spoiler free. But like
Yeah,
people seeing
yeah,
previews of Varn, just looking at his card, you're not gonna think, oh, this is a broken champ or this is a like super powerful champ.
yeah,
And then you play with him and you just see all the possibilities. It's like that kind of like awe you have of playing with him is just awesome, right? Like going through, Boldo you can see and think like, oh, this guy can move like across the board in one turn. Pretty much. And has a lot of health and a lot of attack. And then it's like Varn, you have to think like, well, how does he work with this? How does he work with that? It can be at any point in the turn, so I can attack, a cover, I can summon and pull something up. Like all of these different capabilities, where it's to the point, like we were talking about with Albus and these other decks of like, I there's a lot of things with him that I'm sure I haven't even done before. That is a good point in the uniqueness.
yeah, yeah. And then it's also with Monstro, like I think you made this point earlier, but like to you, Monstro is like still very exciting and interesting. But like to Fungal Dwarves players, after the 50th game, Monstro does just start to feel like checking off the box. Like Monstro is just like, all right, this is my
Hmm.
like late game assurance. It's not like gameplay like very cool like idea, but like
Yeah,
gameplay wise just starts to be like, okay, this is like my plan for late game. Like it's not it doesn't like within the deck somehow, even though this idea is so cool, within the deck it doesn't like really shape up to that interesting of gameplay. Kind of also because he's not quite as difficult to get as you would think. He's pretty
that's true.
guaranteed in
And
a lot
also
of
like,
games.
yeah, think about that. I feel like he compares to like Blub in that way, where it's like he's more interesting as a thing being summoned than he is as a continued like existence. Which like Blub, obviously that's intentional. He is more powerful his first turn. But like Monstro, that's just the way it is. It's like it's interesting to summon it this way, but once he's out there, like Vexer said, he's a ball of stats. Whereas Varn, I played Vargath since they've come out. I feel like they're the deck I've played the most, and I still feel that Varn is exciting and interesting and cool.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm like talking you down here.
Well, it doesn't seem like you're super into Monstro.
I'm not like I'm super into him idea wise, but like in terms of actually playing fungal dwarves, like he's not the part of the deck that has me like ooh baby. Like I mean, it's sort of I don't know. It's sort of all the part. The fact that all the parts of the fungal dwarves deck work together is probably the most interesting part. Like no individual card in the fungal dwarves is like oh
Hmm.
baby. Besides like the beast and the spore carrier. Like when I first read those two cards, there was a joy lit in my heart that is
Well, then I feel like this is worth
uh,
a new category. Sorry, I just kept cutting off your train of thought there, and I did me too.
fuck you.
But yeah, I do agree with you that fungal dwarves, work really well together, and they like the synergy is what makes them right. It's not the any one thing. Like if it were, then Monstro would be like the be all end all, and it's not, as we know.
Yeah.
But I think like we should add another category. So we've got uniqueness, which in this case I think we could say is probably a wash.
Yeah.
I think they both are unique. We've got art, which we haven't talked about yet, like power and then synergy of the deck. That's four things. So we could tie on that also. But I think gameplay, like you're talking about, is something we should add, which is like how does this play?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what we're saying with Varn is that like it's unique and interesting every single turn, and Monstro is a ball of stats.
Yeah, that's fair. And like that's something where like champs that really like change something up about the deck would win points for me there. Like Targan would win a lot of points for me for gameplay in that it just offers Grognak a totally different strategy to just turtle. Like a
Mm-hmm.
champ that just
Mm-hmm.
lets a deck play in a different way or just like yeah, just unlocks new possibilities for that deck, wins a lot of points for gameplay for me. Which Varn, I mean, like it's you're still doing pretty similar stuff in terms of Vargath. I don't know. Do you feel like once Varn hits the ground, you're like thinking in a different way on your Vargath turns? Like you're prioritizing
Oh,
different things.
absolutely.
What
It,
changes in your mind? How do you do the Varn mind?
the most basic thing you can do with Varn is just be able to use brutes more, and they're the best common you have, the brutes. But they're limited by their movement, and he obviously can solve that. That's one. You can kill things and claim spots. You can take something, attack it, pull it to safety. You can expose yourself and then unexpose yourself. There's like there are lots and lots of ways that you can change the game completely that you could not do before.
Tortugatron redeemed Yawn for 600 points.
Cool. I think so. We've talked about uniqueness is a wash, gameplay, Varn, art. I think goes to monstrosity. I think that's fair, right?
I'm definitely
Monstro's
with you. Monster is cool. I don't know. I feel like the only
Monstro's
thing
art is iconic.
yeah, I'm a fan of Fungal Dwarf's art. The only criticism of like Fungal Dwarf's art is that it doesn't look great in the app necessarily because they're all just like kind of giant orange blobs. But in
Yeah,
person, I
the
think it
colors.
looks really good. Yeah, the colors,
Yeah,
you maybe could have done like not everything just orange, but you know.
yeah, it's fine.
It does
The
start to feel a little bit oppressive, like yeah, especially in person. It's just like, oh my god, all my fucking cards are orange. Jeez. But yeah.
yeah, um, like a place in the deck, and then power were the other two. And I think power honestly is a wash because like monstrosity has the
Yeah.
stats, but is
No, I'm
limited
with
in
you.
its capabilities, and Varn has every possibility and has less stats. So I think that's a wash as well.
Yeah, they're both play very powerful roles in the deck. Yeah.
And so I think the last category is like role in the deck basically in like place or like how they fit in with the theme of the deck. And I think Varn wins that. I mean, I don't know. Monstro fits that too, but it's like it is the end all of the deck versus doesn't work with the deck.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there's not really sure how we differentiate like place in the deck and like gameplay. Because yeah, like gameplay wise and like synergies, Monstro ends up because it's just a ball of stats ends up being less interesting. But in terms of like theme, does this fit the deck of get a bunch of boosts and then get rewarded for it? Like absolutely, it's kind of the be all end all of theme there. So
Yeah, I guess theme maybe is a better word for it in terms instead of like place the deck, because I do mean like the way that the deck is played. How does this fit that?
yeah, and
And
I think it
I
does
mean, they
fit
both
pretty
kind of
well.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's really in terms of in terms of gameplay is where it seems like okay I don't yeah, like I don't know how many categories we have now, is it 4 or 5, but it seems like the one that
we got
Monstro
5.
lost we thought gee like what are they whatever the one that Monstro lost
I've
was
got 'em.
gameplay because Monstro is kind of is sort of just a Katu that you have to hold the whole game. Like
Yeah,
it's sort of just end game reassurance insurance, which is like yeah. So in terms of like theme and whatnot, like super cool in the idea, but actual gameplay is like kind of kind of
yeah.
boring. I mean,
I think
it does well. Okay, wait. Well, sorry. What one thing that I'm not considering like that's sort of how I play Monstrosity is I play like a very boring, consistent like just always play him near the end. But you can do other more interesting things. That is like, oh, I'm behind. Let me retreat. Let me like just I don't have that many units, but I'm gonna get a beast up to 5 and like try to make it so it can't be killed, and then bring out Monstro, and then I can try to like steamroll the game from there. I can try to spiral into more power. So it is that I think I haven't been being totally fair. Like there is more interesting plays than just the play it like Katu like I do. But yeah,
yeah, but I think that's the most common one for sure.
yeah,
I think so. If we're going off our categories, we had 3 washes, and then Monstro won art and Varn won gameplay. And I think if we were to like compare those, I think the gameplay is a much bigger win than the art is over the Varn's art. I don't know. I'm
yeah.
I'm I'm
I'll give it to
leaning
you.
Varn here.
Yeah, I'm not really gonna die on the Monstro Hill. It's not. I might die on like the Spore Carrier Hill. Like in terms of like Fungal Dwarf cards that I feel like were like strokes of genius. Spore Carriers are awesome, but
Yeah,
Monstro, I'm willing to
we'll
let it
get
go,
there.
even though Vard sucks.
Do I need to leave this group chat again?
We shall do fine. Okay, you know what we could do right now since we got to our Elite Eight, I could pull up the Elite Eight that the community has done, and we could compare before we move on.
Yeah, yeah, let's do that.
Okay, fill space for like 20 seconds.
Whoever this Elite Eight is that the community has, you and me as members of this community who also voted on it, it's gonna be bad. You know it's bad. It is not
I
gonna be at the level of us.
I do believe that it's bad. Oh
Wait, you just gotta
goodness.
go to the pins. Pins. Yeah, it's there. Turtles. No, not Turtle Surprise. Shoot.
Oh goodness.
Tortugatron.
Tortugatron, wait, because you're not actually reposting the spreadsheet every time. Oh goodness. Keep filling space. Keep filling space.
Oh, as Tortugatron says, it's in all factions, so go there.
Wait, April
Tortugatron, we're
Madness
just gonna
shared
complain,
document.
even though you continue to make things for our community to do and enjoy.
Uh, Tortugatron always trying to sabotage my streams over here.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for the reveal? All right, here it is. Here is the well, there's a prediction too. I didn't submit mine. Did you submit yours? You're losing. No, you're winning? No. Actually,
I'm in the
Fuzzy
middle.
Marmot's winning. Oh snap. All right. So, let us compare. The people say, wait, is this right? People say Sparks and
Hmm.
Devura. All right.
Nice. The
We were
people
in
are right.
agreement. People were right. People say Dagger and Varn. That's fair. Choosing Dagger over Monstro.
Yeah. Did Monstro make it to against Dagger? Is that how it worked out? Whoa. Whoa.
Shade. Shade. Shade is being thrown. Sorry. Did Monstro lose
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Dagger? Yeah, Monstro lost to Dagger.
Okay. I could see it, but I personally think Monstro is more interesting and cool.
Yeah, I could see it. I think we need to have like our whole discussion with like our 7 fucking categories or whatever. Um,
It's 5. Alright, we got Colleen versus Shank. Colleen.
God, I've seen this next one, Baldo versus Jarmoon. He did not do either of those. All right, Shonk making it. Who did Colleen beat to get here? Colleen, because I do like Colleen, and like
We had
in my tier
Albus
list,
winning.
if you weren't here, I might have done Colleen instead of Albus, just because I enjoy Colleen so much. Like somehow, because Colleen, the effect of Colleen fundamentally seems like the sort of thing that would fucking make you grind your teeth. Like it seems like an arbiter of peace sort of thing. But the fact that it's in a deck, the fact that Colleen costs 6, so you really fucking have to work for her. Like, Colleen is the arbiter of peace that's fair. Like, you really have to work to get her to work. Like, you need like 10 magic worth of units on board. Like, you need Colleen in the back and at least 2 Citadel units for this to be remotely possible for a playstyle. So you can get this massive value reward, but you really do have to work for it, which I think is fun. And I don't know, for some reason I'm kind of like biased against Albus. So I could have voted for Colleen. Let's see. Then Colleen also had to. Yeah. Did you have
This is the
anything
thing
to
is
object to me
that
there? Yeah.
Colleen is much more fun to play than to play against. And you're coming at it from the side of playing as Vanguard, and I'm
I
coming
wish if
at it
anyone
much
would
more
fucking
often.
play Vanguards against me, I would be happy to, but no one plays them because they're fucking cowards.
You
3D.
really don't see them very often out there in the wild.
You really, you really don't. Nonetheless, I rolled them like fucking twice in my first week of Turtle Surprise.
Are you choosing them to play as them?
I did not. I was tempted to in order to like because if you win with them, they're like you don't need to play with them again for those 3 weeks. But
Oh, I forgot about that. I
forgot
completely
about
forgot that was a rule.
yeah. So like you got to be careful not to like
Oh,
choose the best.
well, I've just been choosing the ones that I'm comfortable with, which is probably bad in week 1.
There was one matchup where I could have done Tundra Orcs. I was like pretty like I don't. It's not like I've successfully predicted. Like I thought that Fuzzmonut would do Polar Dwarves, and I also thought that Prophet was going to do Wayfarers. So I successfully counter queued Obsidian Dwarves into Wayfarers, which I feel like is like one of few like that I'm like very comfortable taking Obsidian Dwarves. And then against Polar Dwarves, I could have taken Tundra Orcs, which I would have preferred, but I took the little bit, at least for me, harder matchup of Avians versus Polar Dwarves to try to get
Oh,
Avians
I
out
feel
the way
like
because I'm
that's,
not as good at them. Sorry.
well, I guess that's a fair matchup. I think that's a hard matchup for me personally, but for you, the type of person who likes to play the ranged game, that's probably a good matchup.
I want to try it again from there because I've heard that Avians can win if you just stay at a range, so I want to try that some more. But it does seem a little bit tough. Colleen also beat Clink. Healthwitch went out round 1. What is wrong with you people?
I know that was the worst.
Against
Just
Cassia?
horrible.
Like, guys, Cassia is evil. She is like worm tug. She's whispering in your ear. This like
By the way, Ben, I got to in Turtle Surprise, I won with the Shadow Elves, so don't have to play as them
oh
anymore.
snap. They are gone.
All right. Did we look at all of theirs? Wait, we didn't talk about
Triggerton says
Boldo versus
Forge lost by a single vote. Okay, but we can agree that we're
Boo.
outraged that. I mean, I could see Colleen against Forge. I don't know. So I'm not too mad about that. Shonk, sure. Vote for this week? I have it. We still have like do we have all week to vote to Triggertron for this one or is it shorter?
I voted for this week already.
Did I vote week 1? I did. I think I did like miss a week because I forgot. RIP. I missed
Dang,
like
look at
week 2
Boldo
or 3
versus
or
Horde.
something. Yeah.
Pretty close.
Everyone and people watching this on YouTube, you have until Sunday morning to vote for the Elite 8. Very important. Do not miss it. Go vote. Baldo versus Jarmood. Okay, so who did we have instead of Baldo?
We had Katu.
Katu got beat by Brana. I mean, the people are gonna vote for Baldo. Like that's fair.
Piranha is not it. I'm sorry.
Brana's not it. I agree. No, that was an L take. Uh, Baldo winning this bracket, I guess. I feel like I'm less outraged than I expected to be. I don't know.
Jarmund is against him, which I think is a worthy
Why
competitor.
is
Jarmund is strong.
did we have Tess here? Why? Okay, Tess needs to go, Beans. You're the only person that likes Tess. Wow, Tess lost to Guilford? Are you fucking kidding me? Who plays Guilford?
Guilford, Guilford is strong. Actually, people don't play her very often, but I think Guilford is strong. But I would obviously choose Tess.
Guilford's not like very good in that deck though, because it's just like everything has flight. So it's like, why am I paying 5 magic for a 3/7? Gordon nearly
Everything
beat
does not
Baldo.
have
That would have
play.
been an upset. That would have been sexy.
All right, let's get back to ours. People are
Well,
waving,
sorry. I'm just seeing if
frothing at
I'm
the
mad.
mouth.
Am I mad about Charmander? I feel like I am. I don't know. I feel like out of all of these that I'm seeing here, like uh Ovi, Queso, I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little bit mad
This
about
is a
that.
weak bracket. Just as a weak bracket
Okay, wait,
in the
real
set.
quick. The Sweet 16. I feel like that was the one I voted on, and I was like, what the hell have you guys done? All right, we got Colleen, Cassia, Shank, Olias, Baldo, Brana. Yeah, I saw like Brana and Guilford in the Sweet 16. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah,
Darmund,
Piranha is not it.
Varn, Silts, Fire Drakes, Black. I mean, fine. Nadiana.
No.
Okay, well, Nadiana over Talag,
Black won
fine.
convincingly over Oleg. Look at Varn versus Smeg in the first round.
Oh, there's you can see the numbers of the votes. Crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine
Go
reading.
scroll down. Look at Varn versus Smeg.
Brutalized.
Yeah.
Dagger instead of Helma. Did we kill Dagger round one? We did. We're fucking savage.
Yeah. We respectful.
All five were pity votes. Grub. Grub beat Titan. That's good at least. Lost to Monstro. Blub. Beldamax the Great was. Wait, I'm not looking at Sweet 16 right now. Varn, Splack, Dagger, Monstro, Blub, Devura, Sparks. Wrath. Yeah, why was Wrath in there? Wrath instead
I mean,
of
that's a weak group of four up there.
Dragos and Sinsin are both cooler than Wrath. And Titus. No, Wrath is the worst out of these
Yeah.
four. Prove me wrong. Wrath is sexy. Alright. Says the turtle.
I like Wrath. You have this sense of champions who are just trash, and they absolutely are not. You just don't play them. As if you're discard everything mindset, and so you see something, discard it immediately, and so you never ever get the chance to play
I play Cyric and nothing else.
it. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of other ways to play that.
All right, we're back to R. So I'm not as no, I'm outraged. All right,
Hellforge
Hellforge
versus Shank.
versus Shonk. It's like the OG versus Shonk wins this, right? All right. Well, no. Let me. We got to do our like 18 category. All right. What remind the viewers at home what our categories are.
Okay. Art, gameplay, theme, power, and uniqueness.
All right.
Okay,
I've already
art.
forgot them.
Okay, I'll go through them again. Art. I mean, they're both pretty iconic art, I will say.
I just noticed the teeth. It's just like
Yeah,
they just needed to do something other than like 'cause this part is great. Like love this. but like this is just such empty space. Like it's supposed to be a forge. There should be weapons. Like there should be weapons scattered around. Like this art
Yeah.
looks unfinished.
They didn't
There should
need to
be tables
do
with
like an
weapons.
arch, like a pizza. They did not need to do an arch like a pizza oven.
Uh,
Okay,
yeah,
are we
I
giving
don't
art
know.
to Shonk?
We are giving art to Shonk.
That's fair. Okay, gameplay. Both are pretty good, but I think Shonk. Shonk, it's the fun, right?
Shonk is more fun. I suppose that's another category. The fun
I think that
factor.
gets in gameplay. That's included in gameplay.
Well, because like as far as like I don't know, like because there's like strategic gameplay and fun gameplay. Like Shonk is fun, especially in person. When you're playing online, you're playing Tundra Orcs in a tournament. Like I sort of just feel like I'm going through the motions with Shonk. Like almost similar to Monster. I'm just like Shonk has just become I just play it every game, and it's a bucket of value. Well, the hell. So like in terms of like in person fun Shonk, but in terms of like okay, gameplay is like the biggest category. Like so. Yeah, so
Yeah,
in terms of
yeah,
like
yeah.
interesting gameplay, I feel like the Hellforge gets it. But then let's think about like the deck as a whole and the role they play in it. Shonk is just like a big, beefy guy. Like, and I guess there's some synergy with Grognak and influence with Wild Strike. Um, I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
I guess
yeah.
so.
Go
That's
ahead.
that would be the like synergy with the deck or the theme with the deck. The theme, the gameplay. I think like included in that is how fun are they and how like how much like competitively do you use them or that kind of thing. I mean that's power, right? I think that's kind of where
Well,
that lies.
I think what we said last time was like monstrosity gameplay is actually kind of boring when it comes down to it. And I feel like Shank might suffer from that as well, that like the gameplay itself isn't that interesting. But then I'm like, but like Tundra Orcs, are any of the other Tundra Orcs cards any more or less interesting than Shank? Like that is kind of what they do. Is just like all the units kind of don't do a whole lot with their abilities. Like so it's Shank isn't really out of place in that sense.
I'm going to quote Roger Ebert when he was reviewing Star Wars The Phantom Menace,
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
he said, "Have we grown so tired of wonder?" Shonk is not just a bucket of stats. He is fun, he is wild, he is crazy. Like you could get 8 hits with him, or you could get 0. Both are possible, and you have to like just accept that that's the possibility.
Yeah, I suppose I've just been like beaten in. Like I just have a boring. I've played too much to Under Orcs. Like I don't have a fun
You've
mindset
grown
anymore.
you've grown too tired of wonder.
I'm just like, yeah, I'll get 2 or 3, and if it's lower or higher, I'm like cool, and then I move on. That says the
No,
person
I
with
think
a Shank roll for 8 as their YouTube like profile picture.
yeah, exactly. You couldn't do that with any other champion. I think
All right.
Shonk gameplay wins it on that one.
Pizza Oven, like in terms of like Pizza Oven gives the Obsidian Dwarves a different strategy, which I really like. Like Pizza Oven, suddenly the Obsidian Dwarves have this sort of value game, or like suddenly their commons are much better. Like Berserker is kind of crap on its own, really good when it has an axe. Like that's the point of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And health like and Health Forge help that strategy. Like I like champions that really like I don't know, like like out of the class of champions, you have the class that's a bucket of stats, like the Devura's finesses, and then you have or what no like the Shonk's finesses. I don't know why I said Devura, and then you have
Hmm.
the champ to like really push the deck in a different direction, and Hellforge definitely falls into that. You know,
Definitely
I like
pushes
that.
it in another direction. Do you think it is more fun gameplay than Shonk?
Again, like I feel like it's two different things. If I'm sitting down with if it is in person, Shonk wins. If I'm sitting there on my phone, laying in bed, like with a frown on my face, I'm probably having more fun playing Hellforge. That's also me because like I've
Okay.
played so much Shonk.
Okay. Let's call it a wash. I don't have any slant in this. I honestly could see either of these winning here.
I mean like in terms of I don't know like I would favor Shonk a little bit of this like another I don't know so gameplay category we could say wash, but then like in terms of like this is the card that will like make a new time player want to go play Summoner Wars again.
Hmm.
Chunk wins. Like I don't know, like being fun, like and very accessible to new players. I think, um, really, I think adds a lot.
Hellforge is is very fun too, I will say. It's not like it's like
That's true.
strictly for nerds and stats. No, it's very fun.
I mean, I feel
I
like first time players would like struggle to use the Hellforge, or
Yeah,
like truly
first
players
time
would be
players would like
confused.
Shock for sure.
Um, but
Okay,
okay, so Shank won on art, and then I gave him a little check for like first time fun.
okay. Then we're moving on to power. I think the Hellforge is more powerful. Like it just gives
Whoa.
you don't think so?
I mean, like Hellforge
The
is really
ability to
powerful,
give
but Shank is like the classic, like kind of too good champ.
mm,
Hellforge rolls
I
zero.
don't know.
Tortugatron makes a point.
It rolls 0, but it makes you roll +2 on multiple things multiple times.
In my mind, power is a wash, just because Shank is just like so good at what he does. Like he is the best bucket of stats champ out there. Probably should have been 10 health or something. I don't know. Shank is real good at
I
that.
guess I guess do you call power like what's more valuable? Having more health or having more attack? What's more valuable is attack, right?
I mean, it's like power in whatever like it does for the deck, and they both do what they want to do very well. I mean, except for the fact that Magnifico says Hellforge is bad, so I mean, prove me wrong, but like Shonk, what it wants to do is be a fucking menace and your opponent can't kill it. Like Shonk just comes down, takes like 4 attacks to kill, and maybe it like one shots a Citadel Knight along the way. Hellforge like makes your commons work. It's not something you always want to do. Maybe it's too much of investment sometimes. You want other champs, but like when you bring Hellforge at like 6 Hellforged axes is huge. I don't know, like it's I feel like they're both powerful in different ways, which is why I would say wash, but I don't know. You can try to persuade me.
Mm, I think the Hellforge is more powerful. Obviously, they're both very powerful, but it's like Shonk isn't going to get you a way to win to like kill a summoner, and the Hellforge could. You can give it chains, like get chains off of it. You can get like a summoner that thought it was safe now is
That's
taking
true.
4
That's
rather
true.
than taking 2, or
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
5 with a demon instead of 3.
true. That's true. Hellforge fucks them up for sure.
And they're both very cheap for their utility as well. Hellforge is cheaper. I think power goes to Hellforge, but if you wanted to argue with me, you'd say it's wash. It's fair. I think attack and reach is more valuable than straight health.
All right. How about I'll give you a little check mark. I'll give you like a medium sized check mark for now, and we can debate it later if we need to.
Okay. Okay. We've already said art. We've already said gameplay. We've already said power. So then it's theme and um, I forgot what the other one was. Uniqueness.
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 Yes. Hellforge's
All
gonna
right.
win on that one.
Theme in the deck. I mean, I think Chunk fits the theme better. Of these Tundra Orcs are these big, beefy things, rely on the squiggles, and he is like the ultimate of that, right? and he can get better with, you know, Grognak, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Hellforge, like you're saying, is the kind of the alternative win condition,
but it
which doesn't
does.
necessarily fit
Yeah.
with the theme.
I mean, yeah. I swear like in terms of like the capital T theme, but like Hellforge is a cool theme in itself, and as this like side theme of you're like crafting these weapons. And I don't know, it
Yeah,
is very thematic as like a structure that you place and do a thing with. Like, um, I don't know. I
yeah,
feel like something that
and
like yeah, go ahead.
the I guess I'm saying like what I was saying is it's outside of the theme of the deck being like boosts on balls are all that kind of stuff. But the deck has half of its events are these weapons, and so it's claiming these weapons. It's a big part of the
It's
deck.
yeah, it's sort of a mini theme. Yeah, I don't know.
It is kind of a mini theme. It's like more of a side theme than the main theme.
So I
It's
don't know. Maybe you're wrong. Right, Shonk wins this one, but it's I don't know.
more of a
Maybe
wash
like
than anything.
maybe a little another mini
Mini
check
check,
mark.
mini check,
Okay.
and then
It,
uniqueness.
uniqueness that goes to Hellforge.
Yeah, I think it goes to Hellforge.
It just I mean Shonk's cool and it wins the other categories and it is very much like it is all things Tundra Orcs of just like wild crazy stuff. Hellforge is way more unique in terms of just a structured champ.
Yeah,
Um,
Shank would win uniqueness against a lot of things, but not against Hellforge because of its 8 attack all squiggles.
yeah,
It's
the eight
very
attack is
crazy.
cool. Tortugatron says Shonkiness is the tiebreaker category. Yeah, so we have
Yeah.
one big check mark and then a medium check mark and two little check marks.
And so obviously we know who wins that. I mean, we all know what tiebreakers are equivalent to and check marks and their sizes and what that means.
Uh-huh. Yeah, continue.
So I, I think it's Shank. I think it's Shank. He won 3 categories versus
Yeah.
winning 2.
Yeah, and I give him was this category I think this little check mark might have been me being like better for new players or something. I don't know. But
That was gameplay.
yeah, we get yeah, I see. Yeah, I could really see it like I could see it being like whichever one you want to showcase because like I I would like both of like either of these winning it all. Like if Hellforge wins it all, it's like look at this like really cool and unique champ that Summoner Wars has. And if Shonk wins it all, it's like look at this really fun champ that this Summoner Wars has. Like it's sort of what do you favor? Do you favor the fun or the uniqueness kind of
Hmm.
for the chart? I'm probably with you that like more people prefer the fun factor of Shonk, but like I don't know
He is unique
if I
too.
was like doing like the a game designer's review, like purely from a game design like perspective, like what is the most interesting to me design wise, I'd probably go Forge. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean that's the uniqueness too, I think.
yeah. Which one smells
Well,
better?
honestly, I mean I love both these guys. So I I could see honestly like I could go either way. I think Hellforge is really great, and like you're saying, is totally something you think of is interesting power, and Shank is like wild power,
Yeah,
you know? And so, do you value this thing that is interesting in its power versus this thing that is more chaotic? What do you want, Ben?
well don't put
I
it
leave
on
it to
me.
you.
No, I refuse. I'm landlocked. I don't know. I don't know. I know more people like Shonk, and like it is sort of like a defining part of the game. Poll. All right, we'll do a poll. I don't say necessarily. Let's.
I think we let the people decide in the poll.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
we're pretty tight.
We'll hear the people's voice. Last time one person voted for Good Boy, so I don't really know if we can trust the polls.
There were less people watching at that point.
There were still like there were the same amount of people. Y'all failed. Let's see. Let us see the results. Why is it being weird? All right. We got one vote for Shonk, one vote for Hellforge. I see no poll. That is a skill issue. Try refreshing
Tortugatron, huge skill
Tortugatron.
issue.
Yeah, like I feel like it might be the difference between like film critics and and just the layman. Like the film critics might like the Hellforge more, but the Timmies among us shonk all the way.
All right, is the poll over?
I put it up for 2 minutes. We have another minute. But here's the thing too. This is gonna beat like this is gonna beat either Tess or Katu, right? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, it really depends. No, if the Hellforged advance, like if Shonk advances, we're sort of committing to the fact that fun factor is like fun factor is a slightly more important category. In which case, it's gonna be Katu or Tess. If Hellforged advances, then we're talking about like gameplay. So then it's gonna be like kind of tough, whether it beats Katu or Tess.
yeah. I think. Well, yeah. I mean, if I had my druthers and it was just my popularity, I would choose Tess over. Maybe not over either of these, but it would be close. But
Yeah.
I think I think we both think that the Hellforge and Shock are better than any of those two.
Yeah. I don't know. Tess doesn't quite do it. All right. 2 votes for Shonk, 1 vote for Hellforge.
I think Hellforge, or I think Shock is good.
All right.
He's fun. This game is fun. Have we grown so tired of Wonder
Yes.
talking about Jar Jar Binks and
Is that actually
and
what that quote
some
is from?
he's talking about the Phantom Menace. This horrible movie.
Oh yes, I forgot. I don't know the names of the individual prequels. Who do
Talking
you
about
think
Jar
I
Jar
am?
Binks and these like stereotypical aliens that have like horribly racist stereotypical accents. All right, Ben,
Dominus
let's break out
Kantu.
the infallible checkmark 5 tier system here.
All
Katu
right.
versus Tess.
Yeah, let's
Art.
hit me with it. Uh Tess could have done a bit of a make like a little bit better shading for second edition because this art comes from Crystal Clans and
I
I feel like
know.
this was just
Yeah,
like
it's a little
directly
two-dimensional.
translated. But like I mean,
Well, because they literally did.
yeah, I mean you can imagine it. Like it's still interesting. I like the you get another shot of her coordinate. I like her there too.
Yeah, yeah. She's a
Yeah.
good-looking girl.
Yeah.
I, I, she does look a little two-dimensional in just her art because it was from a different game, but I mean, I like the art. I think Katu is probably better, even with his sleeves that touch the floor when he walks.
How does he do anything?
On
Like he's
in a
just
permanent
always
squat.
he's just in a permanent zombie. Like he's just holding his arms up. Like,
Yeah,
all right, Katu
dragging on the floor.
wins.
Katu gets the art.
Katu
All right,
gets the art.
gameplay. I think with Katu, you have to factor in how you play the deck with him, right? You use him to put on the bottom of the deck. You rush to get to the bottom of the deck to get him out. That like changes the fact that of him. He is interesting when he's out there too, and that he gets stronger every turn. So you might want to like hold him behind a gate and strengthen him up a couple turns before bringing him out. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Tess has a lot more wild possibilities, and that's why I personally love her. But you know, I I understand that's not for everyone, and that like actual deck management, which is Eternal Council, is interesting with Katu.
Yeah, I feel like again, like gameplay needs to be like multiple categories. Like turn to turn tactics, Tess definitely wins. Like in terms of like the deck strategy, which also starts to mesh with like theme. Um, Katu's really cool. It's a really cool effect, and like being able to bury him on the bottom. In terms of turn to turn gameplay, it is kind of a monstro. It's like, yeah, you play him at the end, and then he's a big unit. Like, cool, congrats.
Hmm.
So, like,
Yeah, turn to
in
turn
that
tactics test for sure wins.
test with, so I don't know. Like, if we're spitting, maybe I'll give Tess. Well, I don't know. Whatever. I'll give a medium check mark. We can make that big too. But then like
Yeah,
Katu,
I
yeah.
I think so. The theme of the
Um,
deck, I think Tess is one of those like side quest characters, side characters. The theme isn't necessarily the Wayfarer's theme, although obviously it
yeah.
can support it.
Oh,
It seems
oh,
like it's its
yeah.
own thing. Katu
Yeah.
is very much the theme.
Katu fits it. Yeah. So I'll give Tess a full check mark for gameplay, and we'll give Katu one for theme.
Yeah. All right, moving on to power. Mm, I
No
mean,
one else
stats wise,
thinks
it's
Tess is
Katu.
good. Like I think it's cool that you like this champ. No one else likes this stupid champ.
Rude. It's just rude. I beaten you with this champ multiple times.
Prove it.
Go back. Katu is more powerful. I mean, I think that's probably fair. With an astral waypoint, Tess is more powerful, but that's not always the case.
Looking grim.
Yep. And
Uniqueness.
then uniqueness. They're both pretty unique.
I feel like it's a wash.
Katu is
Yeah.
probably, yeah. Katu is, I don't know, more novel maybe is than Tess, but Tess
Fuck.
is
That is a synonym for unique. You're lying to yourself.
isn't like new is what I meant.
Tess,
Yeah.
like you wouldn't think Tess is that unique, but then like swapping places, okay, whatever. But then swapping places with a structure, like that's just like a really weird thing to do. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't seem that unique on paper, but like in practice, like what a weird fucking card. I feel like it's honestly a
Thematically,
wash.
it's like what is happening?
It's an illusion. It is so explained. God, did you see that Colby's making like an illusion deck? Where, like after you attack,
Hmm.
it gets like discarded or
This
something.
is
That
not
sounds
real
super
at this
cool.
point. I'm a little leery. It sounds like Shadow Elves to me.
You suck. Katu, it's gonna be a trickster deck. Trickster resolve. Katu is one of
Okay.
3 champs that start with Dominus, not unique. Fair.
I think Katu moves on here.
I agree. And then immediately loses to Shonk for fun
Yeah.
factor. I
I
don't
mean, we
even know.
can.
Like, do we want to bust out the check mark? Like, Shonk's just gonna win. If we're going fun factor, Shonk's taking it.
Shock's got the art. Shock's got the the fun factor gameplay part of it. Shock's got the theme with the deck. Well, Kazu's got a good theme with the deck.
Yeah, I mean, again, I like this is a good Final Four because it showcases like I mean, does it showcase like every type of champ? Like it showcases the really cool champ. It showcases like the interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'm happier with like the final eight because it's kind of sad not to have the Hellforge in there because Hellforge is also a very unique. Like I would rather have Hellforge than Katu in like our final four.
Yeah, it's just the
I
way the
don't know.
bracket broke down.
Yeah, because like a part of me wants like a really unique and weird champ to win instead of just Shonk winning, but it like looks like we're shaping up for Shonk to win.
I think Shock's
I don't know.
into the finals. Well, we can go through this stuff, but I think Shock is just we could just put him in.
Yeah,
Just put him in.
Shonk's got the art. Shonk's got. I mean, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. All
He's
right.
he's
Sparks
more
versus
readily
Varn.
powerful.
Yeah, it's Shonk is
Sparks
Shonk.
versus
Shonk
Varn
wins
is
on the Shonkiness factor
yeah.
for sure.
Sparks versus Varn honestly is a very good tier.
It sure is. I feel like it's not the Devura thing because Devura was like because they're saying like is like because they're both these champs are very important tools in their deck. Devura is like a very focused tool, while Sparks is more like has like a lot of different potential uses. So does Varn. Like
Yeah.
they're both
Yeah.
got a lot of Varn is like maybe even more pivotal, and maybe that's like I'm biased just because it seems like the meta Varn the meta Vargath play is just to always play Varn. Um Sparks is like I mean Sand Goblins their deck is just fundamentally a bunch of like hobbled together tools. But Sparks is
Yeah.
pretty critical to that, but like you can play a game without Sparks. And I mean granted you can play a game without Varn, but you're probably not.
Well, yeah. I see you've got the mentality of the meta and like discarding things automatically kind of vibe. And
Yeah.
so you'll hold on to Varn and play him. And like most games I do play Varn, but there are a lot of games where I don't.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need to be a part of the deck. To me, like okay, I love both these guys. I think Sparks is really interesting and unique and powerful on his own. Varn obviously is powerful together, but you know he's a harmony champion. It's how it's supposed to be. Versus Sparks is a logical one. And yeah, I mean, do we want to go through
Yeah, let's
the
do it.
categories?
Let's do it.
Okay, art. I think Sparks. Sparks wins on the art. He's a
Check.
he's a crazy little guy.
Crazy little guy. Agreed.
Barn, your art could be better, although it's pretty cool. I will say
Yeah.
above average art for Varn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uncle
moving
Sparks doesn't
on
have
to
pupils. You've
yeah, he
ruined my
does. Zoom
life.
in. Talk about his teeth, by the way. Oh my god, that's horrifying.
That's over here too.
All right, Ben, this is a very serious discussion we're having now.
Oh, this is even
It-
more horrifying.
uh, really looking like those like skulls in the middle of the desert. Get that away. Oh my god. He
Sorry,
kind of
what were you
looks
saying?
like he kind of looks like the bad guy from Incredibles 2, the like mind
Varn,
slayer or
sorry.
something like that.
Varn definitely gets you military books for B-Day.
Well, Uncle Sparks gets you like
Fucking machine
alcohol for your
guns.
17th birthday.
Ugh. Okay, we've done art. Let's hear the
We've
other
done art.
categories.
We've got let's do a theme in the deck. I like what you said about Sparks being just like a tool in the deck and the whole deck is made of a bunch of tools. And he is like the ultimate tool. could get all these different stuff on him
The
and help get other
ultimate
stuff.
tool.
What a tool, bro.
Yep.
We have a
And
comment in the
like
chat saying, "What is going on?"
load up stream, find demon sparks and
Yep, you got it. That's what we're doing.
yep. Yeah, and like Sparks does so much because like I mean, you get reclaimed. That's maybe more like a niche thing, but I don't know. But sand goblins really are just about like just like a bunch of random freaking tools hobbled together. You get
Yeah,
your
and he can
wrenches
have them
back.
all.
That's on theme. You can upgrade him. That's on theme. Like Sparks really is everything sand goblins in like
Yeah,
a way that like if you removed Sparks from the game, sand goblins wouldn't necessarily feel like it's missing. I mean, like both of these champs, if you just cut them, like the deck still like is a deck. But
yeah, it would be
the,
both of the decks would be so much worse without these.
yeah, like in terms
Gameplay,
of power level, like they really do help their decks out.
yeah. I think, to me, I think the theme of Sparks, it might be stronger than the theme of Varn.
Oh shit, that's a check
Varn's
mark. It's
ability,
confirmed. Check mark.
it would be a small one. I mean, Varn is all about the harmony, the grouping up, the togetherness, all that kind of stuff. But in terms of like Vargathiness, well, it is part of Vargathiness to be grouped up like that. But yeah, I think Sparks with that one with a small check mark.
I mean, yeah, but Varn is everything Vargat with like positional nonsense, but
Yeah, yeah, he is. I mean, we could say it's a wash.
I feel like I don't know. Sparks has got them legs.
So he's moving on to the finals because of that.
Look, I mean, we're talking fun factor. Like, I don't like Varn is a try hard champ. Like, no beginner is like, oh boy, I can move my brute one space forward. Like, they're
We
like,
never
yeah, I can play a fucking
fun is not a
spider.
category. All right, we're in the theme section right now. Fun is part of gameplay, and I
Beans
think that Varn
easily
definitely is part of it.
hates fun.
Varn is more fun than Uncle Sparks. You can do way
What?
more interesting stuff with
Varn
him.
is a brain burner. Like, Varn's like Baldo. Like you think you're
No,
above it, but you're
uh,
not. Varn is just like, let me do some OP bullshit.
Varn is not like Boldo.
Fight, fight,
You
fight,
like
fight,
your
fight.
simple champs, and Varn has too many different possibilities for you, and so
Ah,
it's
I've been
wash.
called out.
Am I wrong? You choose Vanessa versus Holias. Simple over complicated.
You got me.
I think in terms of gameplay, I think Varn is gives you a lot more options and is more interesting than Sparks. Sparks is interesting, has a lot you can do, but he only has so much he can do. Whereas Varn, it feels like the possibilities are endless, right?
I'll give it to you. I think Sparks scores pretty high on gameplay too, or like this category like is where we're docking things if it's just like a bucket of stats or something. And
Hmm.
Sparks has a lot in terms of gameplay that he can't do, but Varn's pretty wild in terms of what you add to gameplay. So sure, I mean, yeah, it's debatable, but I'll give it to you.
Yeah. In terms of power, it's you could make the same argument. I think Sparks is very powerful, right?
Yeah,
But if we want to dock stuff, well, never mind. I was gonna say he's not powerful on his own, but it's like though you could say the same exact thing about Farn. So, so I don't know if I want to
Yeah,
make that argument at all.
I feel like if you take Sparks out of the deck, it suffers less than if you take Varn out of the deck. Though I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Like I feel like Varn is too strong, personally. But
If he were too strong, then the Vargath would be like the dominant meta, and they're not.
screw you. Um,
I
I
think,
would give strength to Varn. I'm willing to.
yeah, you could
Maybe
even
not
just
like a.
say melee versus ranged,
Oh, you're stupid. Maybe not like a. I don't know. We'll get like an 80% check mark.
and that brings it down to uniqueness. And it's tough. I think it goes to Sparks. I mean,
It's gotta, right? Like
even
it's
though now with the Forged, there are structure champions who can be upgraded.
it's true. That's true. It does. The Forged has sort of like, are we gonna get any more structure decks after the Forged? Like they've kind of done it all.
No, they definitely will. That's all the like logic stuff.
No, but
I'm okay with this. I think Barn, I
yeah,
love you, but you're not the only reason I love Mount Vargath.
and Sparks wins on fun factor as well, which means he will be able to compete with Shonk.
Definitely, definitely. All right, Varn. Adieu.
Say goodbye. Say goodbye. We have Sparks versus Shonk, our final. A hero shall be born.
Deserved final right here. Interesting. You're going
Shut up.
keeping Varn up.
We struggled. All right.
Seems like you had some thoughts there.
You, Freudian something something.
Both of these would be deserving champions. I just want to say that.
They both would be for sure.
I I mean, the council gave us the five
5 check marks. All right, let's hear them.
categories,
Yeah.
and so that's what we have to go by. Shonk looks insane. All right, we're going on art. I think it's a wash. I think it's a wash. Both of them have great art. You could
Sparks might be
say
cool. Like
maybe
Sparks is ridiculous. Shonk is pretty Shonk
art.
though.
Sparks is ridiculous, but Shonk, you just look at him and know what he is. Same with Sparks, but that's why I think it's a wash.
Sparks is more like unique art. I don't know. If we end up tying the other categories, we can come back and debate it some more.
What was the thing they said Shonk was in the single player? He was a
Uh,
no, he's just a Shonk. I'm thinking of the Eater as like a mole ogre or something like that.
Well, they had him as a
Mole
troll. They were
troll,
like they're ice trolls or whatever.
ice troll. I mean, the uniqueness in terms of the art. I'm just still in the art, but like it's an art of something that has never existed before.
For Sparks.
I'm saying for Shonk, since the
What?
ice troll, it's like, do you ever hear about those?
What? What are you talking about? Chunk is a big
I'm
guy.
saying,
Chunk is a beast, a big beast guy. I don't feel like that's that unique.
yeah, but he's an ice troll.
There's only one Uncle Spark, says Sagrada. True.
Yeah, you see a lot of people with spider legs and different art stuff, I feel like.
It's fair. It's fair.
I'm just
Not in
saying, I think
Summoner
it's a
Wars though.
wash.
We need a spider faction. That'd be dope.
We got a scorpion.
Yeah, but not a faction. Not a faction.
All right. I think the art is a wash. Do you madly disagree and think it's Sparks?
Uh, we can carry on and like we can debate it more if we need to. I think it's close
Here's the
enough to
thing
a
in my
wash.
here's the thing in my heart. I'm saying it's a wash, but then I'm like, well, I could see it leaning Uncle Sparks's way, and I'm not able to see it leaning Shonk's way, which
Look
maybe
at
tells me something.
look at those like three little hairs coming out of his head. Like
Looking like Gollum.
he's just like a little rat freak. Like
All right, I need you to get these eyeballs out of here. I Let's give a little check mark to Sparks because I do think, yeah, I, I I think it's slightly better. Next, let's go into theme in the deck. Theme, Shonk being a polar dwarf or a polar dwarf. Jesus, a tundra orc. No, no. Being a tundra orc, having a ton of like big health with these wild craziness. I think the theme is really good. I think Sparks' theme is really good too. Obviously, we just talked about it with the toolsiness of them. Yeah, I think could go Wash. You could go Sparks here too, which I think tells you it's Sparks.
wait, am I muted? How
No,
long
he's
have I been
definitely.
muted for? Crowd, have I been muted for like 2 minutes, or is it been rage quit the stream? Anyway,
Did you? You were muted
no,
again.
not surely not for that long, or someone would have commented earlier. I keep having to blow my nose, so I keep muting.
I
Like
think
Sparks isn't that unique of a like. I feel like I really want like a really interesting, unique champ like Hellforge in a final two or something.
Ben Sparks is great and unique. He's universally beloved. He's very powerful. He's very interesting and novel and unique. What are you talking about here?
All right, so Sparks wins uniqueness. I just tricked you.
Yeah, I think he does.
Wait, Hagrata, how many minutes was I muted? Just like give me a number because if it's something I need to fix later. All right, Sparks gets a check mark. What's next?
Well, we were not talking about uniqueness, but we solved it. We were talking about theme in the deck, which I think it could be a wash because I think Shonk's theme, the 8 attack with the squiggles, is very much on theme for the Tundra Orcs. Having a bunch of health, very much on theme for the Tundra Orcs.
Yeah, and Sparks' toolsiness. Yeah, no, I agree. That's a wash. Anything else to say for uniqueness? Like both pretty cool.
No, I
Uh,
think Sparks has it, but we've talked about Shonk. He's very unique.
all right. What else we got?
You erased one of the check marks. There you go. We've got power. It's close.
Feels
I'd
like
go
a
Sparks
wash.
here.
You think
Although
Sparks?
Shonk is
I feel like you don't value
Shonk is
Shonk very
powerful
much.
from no, Shonk is powerful from jump. Sparks needs stuff. This is the argument I was trying to make with Varn. I think it should go
Yeah,
Shonk because on his own he's more powerful.
but like there's two types of power. Like yeah, but like deck synergy wise, Sparks is more powerful. Like it's just a different type of champ. It's a standalone champ versus like a do a thing with your deck champ.
Yeah, yeah. Fully upgraded Sparks is more powerful than Shonk, but you're not always going to fully upgrade him. You just don't have it every time, right? You don't have thruster
Well, and
every single time you don't
the
have
power
counter hits.
comes from like these like little things, like being able to reclaim him or get top wrenching something. Um, I don't
Hmm.
know. I mean, if you wanted to give me like a medium sized check mark to shock, I could be amenable.
Yeah, I think
All right.
that's. And then, so we've already talked about theme. The last one we have is not uniqueness, it's gameplay.
Sparks win.
Gameplay. Sparks wins. Yeah, there's just a lot more you can do with Sparks.
More interesting. But in terms of game to game fun, I feel like we need the sixth category, which is fun. And for that, I think Shonk wins. I think you're having more
Fun is
fun playing
included in
Shonk.
gameplay.
But like, it's not though. Like, make your case. Make your cases.
If fun is included, which I think it is,
Gameplay
Shonk
encompasses
is a
too
big
much,
part
but
of that.
whatever. Yeah, Shonk
Hmm?
is fun. I'll hear you out.
Shonk is very fun. Sparks is very fun too. Being able to attack something, thrust towards something, mortar something, all this kind of stuff. It's fun. You want to be able to do that with your summoner, and you can as much as you'd like to. And so you got this guy who can take some hits, and it's fine.
I,
If I'm not sounding like as convincing as possible, it's because I'm I already think it. I'm not. I don't know. Shonk. If it's just on fun, it'd be Shonk. But if it's gameplay, which includes fun and different possibilities, lots of different options, which I like. I think doing tons of different stuff is the thing. Then Sparks is the one who's going to give you lots of different stuff to do, which is fun.
yeah, how fun do you think Sparks is? Like you like you're sort of a new. I don't know. You have like 15 games under your belt. You're picking up sand goblins the first time. You see Sparks. Are you having fun?
Yes.
Like yes.
Yes.
I feel like maybe
Absolutely.
not. Like okay, yeah, no. Explain it. Explain it.
It, it's not like it's like hard to see the stuff here. You just put the upgrades on him. And his ability is that you can get upgrades even if you lost them and put them on him.
Uh huh.
Like it's not like it's not too complicated here. Those upgrades are clearly powerful in them of themselves. Putting them on this thing that can move and attack is makes it even better.
All
Like
right. All
this
right.
isn't some rocket science.
All right. So fun's a wash. So Uncle Sparks wins on interesting gameplay.
Yeah. I
And
think
there we
Sparks
have our
is
champion.
I think Sparks is a very deserving champion. He's cool. He's got great art. He's unique. He's powerful. He's synergistic. He fits into a fun theme. He is fun. I think Sparks deserves it.
Yeah. But part of it too is like it or it's a little weird to me that like the scavengers being able to reclaim sparks is like a really interesting part of that to me, but like that's like not really encompassed within Sparks. Like Sparks as a standalone, it's just like now that we have the Forge, it's like, oh, it's just another structure champion. But especially before the Forge, Sparks felt like very mind blowing. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I
Yeah.
think you're right. Is a deserving champion.
Universally beloved too. I don't think anyone dislikes him.
Look at his fit. Look at how big of a like. This is a good. Why like we're doing biter emotes? Like look at this fucking rat face. Like oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Tortugatron says he wants
I
a
know
rat
you
faction. Like we already got it.
I know you keep away from spoilers and stuff, but did you see the art for these new guys
I have
coming out?
not really.
There was a preview that
No.
came out
Yeah.
today, and then there's the art for one guy who is just like super lovable. I don't know, for me personally.
Yeah.
Here, I'll send you just a picture of the art. How about that?
Okay.
So you don't get
All right.
spoiled.
All right. All right. I like not getting spoiled. Shonk or Uncle Sparks is the champion. Wow, Freudian slip right at the end there. Did they
Yeah, nice.
Uncle Sparks made it to top 4 as well. We'll see who. I feel like Shonk is gonna like win. That's my prediction. I think Shonk is gonna win the Layman's Cup. And there we have it. We have our champion.
All right, I'm sending it into your Discord because that's what I accidentally did.
Cool. What?
Or
Did you
did I
send it
not?
in the Did you send it in the
There.
where's Discord?
Oh, maybe in your voice chat. I don't know.
Oh, is it in like the voice chat? You think I could find that? Oh goodness. He
I
just
didn't mean
DM it to
to.
me.
Yeah, I'll DM it to you. Oh god. Okay.
Do 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 do.
This is great.
Handsome, financially stable. I agree.
Yeah.
What a great what a thrilling conclusion to our finale.
There you go.
What what a little fucking guy. Oh, what the hell? There we go.
That's right.
What a Okay, I love how all the goblins look different. Like the sand goblins have like big fucking ears. These guys are like I'm getting
Know me.
like yeah, I'm getting fucking Snow White vibes.
Yeah. Smurf vibes.
Yeah.
Chilling with my nomies.
That is the purple fucking nose.
Yeah. This guy is ready. And once you see his stats, you'll be flabbergasted like I was.
I'm ready for it. I am ready to be a gnome.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited for these guys.
Now a celebratory match. CG versus CG.
We could do a match here, or we could just go on to the comments.
Do you want to? I mean, it's a decent it's a decent closing point to have just finished this, but granted, I don't know if we'll be able to like a lot of fucking commons, but I mean, we can hunker down.
It's a lot of comments. Let's play a game. It's been a minute.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like it's best to split this up anyway. Should we do should we do sand goblins versus tundra orcs? Celebrate.
Yeah, why not?
Which side do you want?
Um, Give me the Gabos.
All right. Two funny looking guys. That's a benefit too. Like I love orc art, goblin art too. Like I love funny looking guy art. Like big fan, big fan.
Yeah, funny looking guys is definitely a crucial ingredient.
Yeah, yeah. I shall do the thing. I'll
Hit
keep
man with
streaming
that
to you
lay
so you can
down.
just take a peek at my hand if you want to.
Yeah, sounds good.
Love playing Tundra Orcs. Easy faction. Why are Tundra Orcs at the bottom? What?
It's alphabetical, dude. My guy.
It's alphabetical in this, and then it's not alphabetical in anyways. In like the
Yeah,
deck builder. It's just upsetting. That's what it is.
yeah. Well, that's because it's in release order there.
It should be in release
All
order. I
right.
mean, I guess alphabetical. I mean, there's a whole debate about do we reorder the factions in the Discord to be alphabetical, and I like kind of didn't want to, but then after they did it, I was like, you know what, this is probably just better. Like,
Yeah, that was my reaction too. I think it is definitely better.
like it's just easier to exist in the Discord with that. Um,
All right. We've got Ben 10 with the Frost Shaman avatar versus beanseasly with a goblin avatar. Different
ba-ba-da-ba,
goblin.
ba-ba-da-ba. Interesting. Okay, what is this map? Oh, I
Oh,
do need it. What?
go.
What is this matchup, chat? What do you guys think? Is this like who who needs to advance? Do I need to advance? Because I don't really want to be on the Sand Goblin side of the board. I don't know if I've played this matchup before, honestly.
I don't know if I
Like
have either.
I kind of want to be safe. I don't know if I want to just charge forward. Then again, I could just charge forward. If Big Gate comes to me, I kind of want to threaten Big Gate.
I'm 0-2 in this matchup before.
All right, we'll see what I am. Whatever. We're doing the Thunder Orc thing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Sorry.
Not what I sounded like. Wow.
Ugh.
Don't be doing that. That was uncalled for. Don't be doing that.
Do we kill their rider or do we attack Krusk? I think we go for I mean if I
Great.
What a great faction. So quick game. If I'd done the rider, I could have brought it back into range of Grognak, so maybe that was it. But
Fighter is quickly moving down my common shit list.
Ugh. Do that. I love Tundra Orcs. I don't need to think. I just play some cards. Man, I
Yeah,
really like.
I love them too for that.
Do you enjoy playing the cloaks?
Yeah, but I don't like playing the super upgraded Moto Boots machinist.
Yeah. Because I've always been like shit talking cloaks, but that's mostly been from like I'm just like not good at them and I'm overwhelmed. But like now that I've like spent a month, and by a month I mean like I've only played like 20 games total of cloaks, but like after immersing myself in cloaks at least a little bit, I don't know. I am frustrated by final form blocks. I think it's silly. That annoys me about them.
Yeah, that's fair. The I It's balanced in that it is, it costs you. I mean, it's balanced without the moto or without the hand cannon, in that it doesn't, or it does cost you something to have to do it. But
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you gonna order at my gate?
I might.
I just might.
I might. You got 1 damage on my summoner. I got 1 on yours.
Oh, snappers. I'm tempted to. All right, I'm doing a 4 glory turn, and I have a smasher. I'm tempted to just send the smasher at your gate. I think I
That
won't.
would not. That would not be very kind of you.
I think I won't, but I want you to know that I'm tempted to. I
Didn't
want you
even
to
have to
know
use
that
a
I'm a
single boost
bastard.
on that crazy fighterness.
Why am I using? Oh, for some reason, I thought that rider was at 3 health. Did you mortar it or something? You really did
Yeah,
mortar it. You're stupid.
I mortared the gate.
You mortared
I'm
your
not
own gate.
stupid.
Um, this
You're
even worth
stupid.
it? Then really, would have got a 6 for 6. Would have done it.
Dang.
Oh, if I kill this rider, I'm just inviting. Okay, I didn't think this through fully. I haven't played against sand goblins in a while, honestly. I'm kind of bad. For fuck's sake. I might just do it. Oh my
Tough.
god. They don't want this shaman to damage itself. That would kind of suck. And if it killed itself, that really sucks.
He says as he rerolls. Okay.
Easy game.
Yeesh.
Yeesh indeed. You can say that twice.
What did I ever do to you, man? With this voice.
Do. Yeah, yeah. God, I love Tundra Orcs. Vector almost put Tundra Orcs in A plus tier when we did our tier list.
That is wild to me.
And then I talked him out of
I'm sorry, that is way too wild.
it. I think a lot of it was just like, he was just like, yeah, like name a bad matchup they have.
For Tundra Orcs,
Yeah.
I can name a lot. Birds is one. For sure, birds.
Is it even that
I could
bad? Because can't you
say
just kind of advance against the boards? I mean, I haven't really played it much.
Obsidian Dwarves is a bad one.
Gratis is
Anything that can block
Grokes.
damage. Rogues.
Phoenix Elves are actually, funnily enough.
Yeah. Anything that can block damage. High elves.
I could have done 5 dice on cross class turn. Maybe that was the play. Probably was the play.
Your loss.
Literally. You should equip that
Is
red
this a
shroud on
good
that
idea?
shaman.
Yeah, totally.
Biter on Grog, Mortar Shaman, Scavenger on Shaman, Wrench Rat on Grog. On the gate! On the gate! Fascinating. Fascinating plays. What are you doing? I'm so confused.
You don't need to know my ways.
God, I have 4 magic.
This is all top tier play here.
Oh yeah. No, I see it. Hmm. Maybe Grognak stays exposed. Exposed knack. Yeah, because what the
Exposed
fuck are
like a
you gonna?
snack.
What the fuck? Shit, you got me. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to me right now? Literally nothing. Literally nothing. Can't do a thing.
I can do things.
Fucking prove it. It's my game in a turn of Summoner Wars.
Nice roll.
Ba-ba-da-ba. Please. Thank
Oh,
you. I know. A Frost Shaman hitting 2 dice. So unlikely.
ugh.
Hmm.
Not liking the way this game is going so far.
a good W for the championship game. Man, you got a 1, 2, and a 3, you fucking nerd. Let's see. Am I currently equipped to get a 4? Am I gonna get a 4? For all those games I just lost to Jexic yesterday. Base stacks top 7%. Okay, I am gonna get a 4. Good job. We're getting the new factions soon. It always like surprises me. It's like what, in like 2 weeks or something? I'm like, jeez.
2 weeks. It's gonna be some.
Did you already attack with the rider?
Yeah, and I got a
Wow.
good roll with the rider. Oh my goodness.
One of those games, huh?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have the brutal force to punish. But boy,
Yeah,
if I
that
did.
would be insane.
uh, 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 uh. Do I really want to fight her there? All right, fuck it. Let's do the silly thing. Targan. Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Here I go again.
See, the way you feel about Targan is the way I feel about Tess. Unabashed love and everyone else hates.
What am I shooting the gate with? Okay. This is dumb. Um yeah, I'm a big Targan fan. That play didn't make sense though, just like damage wise, the things we were hitting wasn't making a whole lot of sense. Maybe I just do a fighter and a smasher this turn. Boring as hell, but eh. Could put Targon in the middle of the board, but I don't want to get too greedy here. All right, let's try to get the fighter to work. That'd be nice. Could do a Frost Shaman instead of the Smasher. I would mortar a bit more, but what are the odds you're fucking mortaring me next turn? Yeah, you could.
I have no comments.
Well, well, well. Yeah, but that rider isn't that valuable of a target anyway. Cool. Cool game, bro. Alright, I really want to steal this spot. I'm gonna go all in on that. And do it before we do the shaman, which I usually don't do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fucking whiffed.
You gonna kill the rider? Mistake.
What a mistake.
Don't sound like that, but okay.
Some might construe this as bullying, but in fact it is only loving. Lovingly
Seems pretty
said.
mean to me.
Seems pretty lovingly said to me. Fighters. First fighter did very well though, so we're on team fighters. Fighters are fun. Fighters are great design.
You do love fighters. Even
They
me.
got,
I
you
love
know,
a fighter.
I think after we're done with the April Madness stuff, I want to like go through like deck by deck with you and just like just sort of like sit there and reminisce about our favorite cards
Yeah.
in every deck. Sounds like fun.
But
That'll end up being like a 4-part
who
thing.
has the time?
Always.
Yeah. I think that should just be like a one deck at a time thing, and then we play a game or something. Because we don't need to spend a million years on them.
It's a 24-part series, one deck. Or
Yeah. Why not?
yeah.
All right. What to do here, Ben? The possibilities are endless. And I don't like your magic at all.
What? I wouldn't worry about it. All the Grognek's missing is some way to reclaim Frost Shamans.
Why is with the reclaim at all times?
Every deck needs some sort of bullshit reclaim mechanism. Could you not?
We're doing it.
Why? I hate you. I did not expect this.
All
I
right, I gotta
discarded my
really plan
freaking
this out here.
Smasher because I did not think we were doing melee combat.
Okay, hold on.
You're stupid.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I have to feel like the Joker. Dark Knight. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Parts price of words.
Think.
You love your dinks.
The dinks
Say
are
what you will
necessary.
about Beans. He's a dinker. You're really going for it? You're really pressing that button? Oh my goodness.
I got
You
it.
know I have Targan. Like I can turtle. I
Uh-huh.
can and
And is
will
that what you
turtle.
want to do?
Yes.
Is that what you should do? Boom.
Boom bada boom. Think about
Yeah.
Grognak is like I'm not even low health.
Yeah, right. You have Maldaria's starting health. All right, hit me with your best shot over here.
Maybe I will. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. This stream has
Dude.
been copyright claimed. It has been deleted.
Oh my god. Dang. This guy just beat me in a game where he had birds at the end game and just ran away. You hate to see
Hell.
it. I didn't have any way to counter that.
What? Oh, yeah. I love doing that with birds. Just being mean about it.
Why you gotta be so mean?
Why you gotta be so? It's turtle time. Time to turtle. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Your turtling will be your downfall.
Time to turtle. Turtle time. Turtle time. Turtle time.
You think you could turtle on me?
I do. I do. Yeah, sure. Why not?
This nice little like diagonal of gates you got going here.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
All right, but here is where it really gets cool.
You're outside the range. Was that cool?
That's why I never play Brutal Force, but we don't need to talk
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
so bad at it. The although I guess that was I can't swap with you and then move, so did do something.
I discard. Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. Wait, can you really do it in a move phase? Oh my goodness. I discarded a smasher last turn because I was like not expecting you to throw silts at me, so I did not have the silts answer.
Didn't have the recourse.
No. Okay, this is great. Targan plus 2 Frost Shamans can carry this game. So fucking hard. And then we have our other two champs bottom deck as well. It's great. Perfect. Think you're so clever, damaging my gate for no fucking reason.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the right move or not. See, now I never play Silt, so I gotta think about all the things I can do with him.
All I'm hearing is you're bad. Think Silts is her? The vibe I'm getting. Yeah, no, Silt and Clink are sisters or something? That was confirmed.
I could see it. Is this worth it?
Alright, like pop off. And then Ryder hits Grog. You should burn hot. That'd be powerful.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Did you actually? Oh my god. You have a problem.
My problem is people like you. You make me
Yeah.
sick.
One magic for one damage on the enemy summoner. That's like not quite value. Alright.
That's what you
Yeah.
say.
You gotta detonate my face off. You know you've already used Silt's ability.
Yeah, no.
You know, build something to protect Krusk there. The Protect Krusk Fund. Yeah, this gate placement is fucking odd.
Yeah, this is
Fucking
weird.
staircase.
I want to use Krusk, but I just don't see there's any way. Okay.
L. L for the wanna
Yeah,
users of Krusk among us.
let's actually put it over here. Nice. Give me some more squigs. No.
L. L.
Nice.
L. Alright, pop off. Gaming. I guess I need to be wary of like you killing me or something. I don't know. Wouldn't be worried about it. Guess mortar, something, something. Eh. Where could you get a rider? Not really that far. Be nice to start working on this gate though. If we just don't drop tar again. Suck if we fucking miss this though. I don't really need to start working on that gate. It's kind of nice. It makes you choke up a little bit.
That gate is so far away from me. I'm now realizing.
Da, 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 da.
You spread me out.
I might have a little bit. Pretty
Trust
please.
in
I
the
would like 2
shaman here.
damage. Oh
Trust
no.
in the shaman.
Oh no. Fuck. It's fine. I'm not worried. We didn't need to kill it. No spash.
No spash. Zone. Alright, let me think through the ways here.
If you kill
I went
me,
like
I
this,
concede.
and like this.
What?
Then I go like this.
Oh.
This.
What? How did you do that? How can I screw you? Oh, let me count the ways. Yeah, you should do this play. Seems good. Does Silk still have a move?
Yeah, they both do in the rider.
Krusk is just fucked. I mean, no, Krusk. I'm literally like, oh, but you can build adjacent to Krusk. No, you cannot. Wait, you can. That's all right.
I can, but then I would be leaving one side open. That's a bad play.
Might be. Can't believe we didn't kill Silk.
This.
I trusted in the Frost Shaman. Did.
Hmm. I really just want to get up at you. I just don't have
You
the
suck.
other cards I need for it.
It's a shame that you suck. I'm gonna go play a different turn on my phone. Don't mind me.
Oh, really? Wow.
Let's see. Profits Wayfarers. Prioritizing damage on Balzar immediately. Nope, he's not. He killed both of my guards, my Ember guards. Very unfortunate. Pop off.
I'm trying to see the ways.
Yeah, no, Silt is hard. I'm with you.
If I had a mortar in hand, I would maybe go for this, but I don't.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think unfortunately this turn we kind of just need to expose Balzar. Like, I don't like it. I promise. But I don't really see another way.
Yes.
Because we don't have any
No.
units. Like, we kind of fucked this one up.
Yeah, we're just so far away.
I'm going to play
This ain't it.
willpower too. Skill issue. Hate to see it.
You know what? We're just going in. Fuck it. If you have the cards, you got the cards.
Sounds like that'll be GG's. Been a fun game.
This seems like some serious bluffage. If you've got the cards, you got the
Two
cards. But if you don't,
species. I like it. All right. Two melees and a special. Do we re-roll for it? How greedy are we? We should probably just take this. And yet. And yet, do we believe? I got it. Because worst case scenario, we just killed a Voyager instead of the Adventurer. We got it. We re-rolled to get two melees and a special in order to kill two units instead of one. God, balls are such a good faction. I'm almost done with this. I'm sorry.
nice.
Oh my goodness. And we just did 4 and got 2 boosts on a 6 attack. Don't even need a reroll.
Nice.
Balls are so
And I'm about to
good.
do a crucial turn here where I'm probably going to lose.
Wait. Almost done. Let's see it. Crucial turn, something, killing yourself. Yeah, this seems pretty dumb.
Probably. Maybe. Maybe not.
Uh-huh. Perhaps. But again, perhaps not.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
What?
Oh, if I had only an ability to mortar. God
Oh,
damn.
you can't mortar. You almost got me. Wow.
Alright, I fully expect you to come in here, but damn.
No, that was something. I give it to you. I wonder if there's a play where I could be safe. I'm not gonna even fucking try. All right. So the unfortunate part of this turn is we have one reroll. We need to get 2 species with this shaman. Is very critical. Otherwise we lose the game. Otherwise we lose the game. I could. Is there anything better? Not really. Like, I could try to kill the rider and shoot through it. Anyway, easy game. Gotta get 2 species. Otherwise lose to a biter. Otherwise lose to a couple things. At least one thing. Never fear. I mean, that did get... There's definitely a
That was
world where
not what
we
I thought
missed
you were
the
going to do
specials.
there.
What did you think I was
I
going
thought
to
you
do?
were going to... Well, I wasn't thinking about that shaman pushing him, which obviously is what you did, but I thought you were going to push this rider out of the way, then Primal Fury into me.
Oh. No, pushing the rider out of the way was probably better. Yeah, push the rider out of the way with 1 shaman.
I mean, it's still...
And
You'd have to
then
get 2 specials, which...
I'd still, but then at least I have 2 shots at, because like out of two, then I have 2 different attacks that need to get 2 specials. Like, well, no, because I would be depending on the one hitting the rider to get 2 specials.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
probably
I
is
mean,
still
you
slightly
obviously
better
killed
odds. Yeah, no, let's just bask in my victory for a second. That confirms that Grognak is better than Uncle Sparks. You didn't even play Uncle Sparks. You betrayed our trust.
Oh, I just drew him, so
Betrayed
that
our
was bad.
trust.
I wanna let the people know that's not how I normally play sand goblins, but
Where
I
your
at a
10
certain
health
point, I
gate
just
gets
said, "F it."
destroyed on turn 2.
Yeah, at that point, I just said, "F it," and I'm done. When the smasher survived, that was the moment.
That was pretty poggers, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, that was bad.
Ugh. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
That guy shoulda won. That's a moral victory.
I guess.
If only I
Yeah, no,
had
if you had had more,
mortar,
that
which
was
I
game.
drew just now.
L, if only you had Sparks, reclaim. Should have played Sparks. No one to blame but yourself. Somehow I didn't end up playing. Wait, no, I did end up playing Targan, but like not
You didn't
for
play
much of
Shonk.
a. Didn't play Shonk. Oh yeah, no, I did fail. Shonk was in my deck. What can I say?
Yeah.
We were going for it. I guess we'll just have to do a rematch right now. No, I gotta
Yeah, I'm gonna go too.
go. It's been fun. Shit, Prophet's playing against me live. The live
That's scary.
Prophet moves. Well, thanks for April Madness. We've done the champions, and
We've crowned a
later
champion,
on,
Mr. Sparks.
tune in for the commons, which there are significantly more of. So F.
Alright, bye, my dude.
See if we can make it. I'll see you later. Bye bye. Pivot to profit match. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. You guys can watch this. I'm probably gonna end the stream soon, but you know.